Hi everybody out there.
I'm not ready.
My name is Charles Hall and this is
Anna, you know that. Everybody knows that.
My lovely assistant Anna.
Thank you, I am.
Anna,
assisting.
You're assisting.
I am.
Well, I hope you all are ready to watch this video. And Anna, what are we going to be doing today?
Making chaga tea. Or chaga tea.
Whatever, it's C-H-A-G-A in case you want to know how to spell it, and if you didn't read the title, that's right above this video if you're watching it from YouTube.
David Wolf says chaga, so I'm really surprised you don't say it.
Well, my name's Charles, so I'm used to saying the ch sound, like going to church.
You're a chump.
Saying, yeah. Anything else you want to add?
No, let's just get going.
Okay, so I want to make sure that we're centered in the camera. I know in the last video we were kind of huddled over on this side.
Who cares?
I just want to make sure that people are having a pleasurable viewing experience.
Things don't need to be symmetrical.
Alright, okay. Granted. So why don't we go over the things that we have here on the table. So what do we have out here on the table?
Well, first, do people even know what a chaga is?
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
I don't think they do.
So chaga is a fungus. And fungus is a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also a mushroom. Chaga is the king of the mushrooms, or to be more specific, is the king of the medicinal mushrooms.
And it's got what? The highest antioxidant content of anything anywhere in the world?
Except for chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Which we add to the tea.
Yeah, and if you add chocolate to the tea, it actually potentiates the beneficial effects of the chaga tea.
And it tastes like a Tootsie Roll.
If you add a little bit of sweetener to it, because if you just add the chocolate, it's kind of a little bitter. And we'll be going over some of the benefits, which I'm sure you're familiar with, and I'm definitely familiar with, because those benefits in and of themselves motivated me to make this video in the first place. Alright, so why don't we start making the tea? Okay? What was that?
Alright.
You look enthusiastic.
I am.
Alright, so this is our tea material.
Stop saying material, it makes me think of burlap.
Alright, so this is our chaga.
The
and
mushrooms.
This is our coarse ground chaga.
It looks like bacon bits, kind of.
Well, everyone's thinking about bacon bits now.
No, they're not. They're thinking about what you're going to do.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a teaspoon of...
Tablespoon.
Sorry, you're right. See, this is why I have a lovely assistant who's so enthusiastic and militant about
and I know my
doing
spoon
this.
sizes.
Yes, she could close her eyes and she could have this
I went to
clear
school
picture
for that.
of a tablespoon. So we're not actually going to use it, but if you want to just get it out anyways. And,
yes.
And so,
1 tablespoon.
And so yeah, just like so. And we're going to be putting it in this infuser. It's called an infuser.
Yes, not a confuser.
Yeah, I called it a confuser in the rehearsal for this video. Yes, we had a rehearsal. So yeah, this is an infuser that I got from Whole Foods. It's just basically a little metal mesh cage. I don't know if you can quite see that.
Mine is round, and he was jealous.
Yeah, she had a nice cute ball. Anyways, so this, and it usually has a little nice chain on here. I put it in the freezer, and then basically the water froze it, and I just tried to undo it, and then it broke off.
I wondered where that went.
So we're just going to put it in there, and then we're going to add 1 liter of water. This is not Mountain Valley spring water. I reuse these bottles, but it's just reverse osmosis water. But you can go out and get spring water if you want to make your tea extra special.
It's not from a wizard in Nottingham?
No.
That's where he gets his water. It's special.
Anyway, so we're going to pour the water in here. And this is a liter of water and a tablespoon of the chaga. And you can reuse this tablespoon of chaga how many times?
12 times.
So you get about 3 gallons of this from 1 tablespoon, which is really awesome.
How old is this?
I've used this about 2 or 3 times maybe, so
Okay,
it might be a
still
little,
good.
and it's still good. I can actually see it kind of leaking out right now. You can see the color. And so what we're going to do is that we're going to take this over to the stove. I'm going to put that on there, and I like to measure the temperature to a specific degree so that you know when it's done and I'm doing something else and there's an alarm. So I'm going to put this temperature gauge, probe, whatever you want to call it. And I won't go into the details of that. You might not be interested. So I'm just going to set this. It's on. It's to 150 degrees, and it's about 73 degrees right now.
Hey, what's that called?
It's a temperature range.
No name on it.
The brand name is called Podler.
It's Podler. He thought that was important to mention.
Or Polder.
No. Oh, it is Polder. Darn it. That's not nearly as funny. Damn.
Alright, so while that's going, we're going to go over to something else you can do with the chaga. And that is making a chaga tincture. So come over here a little bit so we're a little more centered.
Yes.
So I put it in this little cute mason jar right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a pint or a half a pint in size. And this is from past uses of the tea that I made. See, it's all in there. And
How much is that?
I'd say this is about maybe a cup. And this is probably 2 cups
Because it matters,
mason
right?
jar.
Like the
Right.
ratio of that and that?
And I'm just going to fill this up because you want it airtight so that no air is left in there. And this might not fill it all the way up, but that's essentially what you want to do. You want to have it more than halfway filled up with anything that you're going to make a tincture with. And so this is just to give you the visual and just like, you know, I'm gonna pour the alcohol in there. And then after I do that, we're going to set the well, it looks like this actually will fill up.
Oh, it's almost exactly.
Yeah, this is actually pretty
Yeah,
good.
with the little lid thing on there.
So I'll probably find some other vodka. That's just Absolute vodka, which you can find at Bevmo or any liquor store.
It is imported.
And it's imported, whatever. But I'll probably just fill that up a little bit more. And then I'm gonna put a little label on there, and I'm gonna open it up. You can open it up in as short as 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Or you can go longer. You can go for a really long time. The longer the better, essentially. So we're going to set that aside. And while that's still going, that's about 116 degrees. That's almost done. I'm just going to go through a quick list of some of the benefits that I found in David Wolf's book, Chaga, King of the Medicinal Mushrooms.
There's a whole book about it.
Yes. And it's at 120 degrees, so I better go through these benefits.
Hurry. Go!
It's analgesic, removes pain,
Analgesic.
anti-analgesic, anti-allergenic, antibacterial, anti-cancer, anti-hyperglycemic, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anti-parasitic, anti-tumor, antiviral, blood purifier, fights bronchitis, induces apoptosis in cancer cells. It has intestinal protection. It's good against colitis, gastritis, digestive inflammation.
Ow.
Liver purification and detoxification, and lowers harmful LDL. And it looks like we're just about done.
You can read.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, so we're going to take that off. Put that off there. I'm just going to set that there. And I'm going to get some tongs. I usually just go with it with my hand. Don't do that at home.
Something's on fire.
There's just something on.
Alright,
Yeah.
it smells like rubber burning.
Alright, so. So I'm just gonna. You want to pour that in there, Anna?
Yeah, there are only a few little pieces of material in there.
So that's about a liter right there, and you can see the color. I'll just probably bring that up closer. See, it's like kind of a gold color.
It's like apple juice.
Looks like apple juice or piss.
Yes.
Alright.
Would David say that in one of his videos?
Maybe not, but I would. And yeah, so a few more things that's really interesting about chaga. Actually, Anna, is there anything else that you can think of from the top of your head that is special about chaga?
It grows on the bark of the birch tree. You didn't mention that, I don't think. Or the birch of the bark tree. In northern America, right? Northern Europe, Asia?
Yeah, something like that. In all the
Russia?
boreal temperate forests, so in Canada and Siberia.
So when we see a barch tree when we're out walking,
A barch tree?
A barch tree.
I've never heard of a barch tree before.
You have to look on the birch of the bark tree, and Charles looks for the thingy, and it looks like a big. It actually, to me, it looks like a marshmallow that's been burned up, and it's all black and, you know,
Yeah.
it's really ugly. So that's where you find them.
But is there anything else interesting that you remember that I might have blabbered on about?
Something interesting? Are you thinking of a particular thing?
No, I don't know. I was just wondering if you remembered. I'm curious.
What's interesting to me is I hate mushrooms. And this doesn't taste like anything. I hate mushrooms. If I see a mushroom on my plate or on the table, I will throw it across the room.
Culinary mushrooms.
I cannot stand any kind of mushrooms, even in food. They're horrible. So when Charles gave me mushroom tea, I was open to it, but I didn't know what it was going to taste like. And it doesn't taste like anything. So I can easily drink it. If I can drink it, anybody can drink it.
You actually had some before we made the video, right?
A sip.
Yeah.
But that was mixed with something else.
Yeah, I'll actually bring that up. And now this is really dark.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually has something else, and this has Spring Dragon Longevity Tea in it. And this is also, I decided to take all of this. This is not just a tablespoon, like before I put the alcohol in it, of course. I took all of that and I soaked it in water to see if there was any of it left. Because I had used
You're really loud.
So I had
You're
made...
excited, I know.
I had too much chaga tea.
Yeah.
I tried to see if there was any of the water-soluble components of the chaga material left. And then there was a lot, actually. And this is actually the second batch that I made from that. But I added the Spring Dragon tea, that's why it's really dark. It was still dark, actually, before I put the dragon tea in it.
Spring Dragon is good.
Yeah, and yep. So, get yourself a mason jar, make a liter of tea, drink it throughout the day, for 3 or 4 days, and see how you feel. So again, we made the liter of chaga tea with a tablespoon of the chaga coarse ground, and we used about all the leftovers from the chaga teas that we made. And this is about a cup, and we added the rest to a small mason jar of absolute vodka, and we're going to let that sit for 2 weeks. I'm going to let it sit for a month. You can let it sit for 2 weeks, but I'm going to let it sit for a month. And then we're going to bottle that up. We're going to dispose of the chaga stuff, and you can put it in a compost heap, and there's still enough stuff left in there. It's good for the dirt. So.
And then how much of that do you take? 3 droppers full?
Yeah,
at a time?
Take 3 droppers full at a time of the chaga tincture.
People wouldn't know. Well, they're going to get it from you and buy it from you anyway, so there'll be instructions on the label that I will make.
Yeah. So go online and look for some chaga tea products. And, do a search, go on YouTube, and of course this is a great resource as a video as well. So I don't know if you got enough information for me right now.
Probably more chaga information than I thought they would get. And there'll be more at the end too, because we're going to type stuff.
Yep.
Right?
So yeah, afterwards there'll be a little kind of instruction, they'll recap some of the benefits and instructions on how to do this. Mm-hmm. Alright. Over and out.
Bye!
Ow! I need chaga tea to get rid of the pain.
Oh, you'll have some.